Good evening. Well, we start with the ANC's presidential gala dinner getting underway tonight. Usually a seat next to the president is worth thousands or hundreds of thousands of rand. The gathering's a fundraising opportunity for the ANC. Over the last few months, it's struggled to pay the salaries of its workers. Our reporter, our senior political reporter, Newzroom, is at Newzroom ahead of tomorrow for the gathering tonight. She joins us now. Newzroom, good evening. What's happening there tonight?
Well, Stephen, you'll know that some lucky person will probably have paid thousands of rands to sit next to President Cyril Ramaphosa. I wonder what they'd want to ask the president, given the run-up to this conference. There's been so much to talk about in the lead-up to the start of the 55th National Conference, which kicks off tomorrow. Still, the last final touches outside, I can tell you. Studios are being set up, designated areas are being set up. I'm told even outside this venue, various caucus meetings are still underway. But somebody who's here, who's in charge of this operation, is one Sipombele from the Progressive Business Forum. How much is it to sit next to President Ramaphosa tonight?
Well, the interesting part about this is that media focus on the money. What is key about this event is that it creates a platform for business to network amongst themselves. It also creates an opportunity for business to network with the leaders of the ANC. So yes, there is amount of money that has been paid, which is in the public domain.
No, it's not actually. How much is this?
Well, those who have brought tables and those who have checked, I mean, media houses have engaged with us that you will pay a certain amount to, it's a table to sit next to the president at an amount of R1 million.
Now that you get to sit next to the president as the Progressive Business Forum, what are some of the key issues that you want to address? I mean, we always talk about the state of state-owned enterprises. There's been legislation in the Concourse regarding, the preferential procurement issues. I would assume that that's something you'd also want to touch on.
Yes, I think the first issue is as relates to energy security, which is a major challenge that we're faced with in the country. Secondly, we have seen that in the last quarter the economy has grown. We want more people to be employed, particularly young people and women. We also need to focus on issues of SMMEs, because SMMEs are faced with a major challenge, particularly in terms of access to the market and access to the funding. We also want to see issues of access to, opportunities for women-owned businesses and young people's own businesses. The critical issue for us as PBF, which we've been driving, it relates to getting South African business doing business outside South Africa, particularly in the continent, within the framework of Africa Free Trade. That for us is very critical. We're also excited that as PBF, we have partnered with University of South Africa. We will be providing training to business. And that partnership for us is so exciting. So for us, business, we want them to come here to engage. But today's event doesn't end today at the gala dinner. There will be exhibition. If you go outside, you'll see that we have even invited township businesses to come and exhibit, to showcase the work that they're doing. On Saturday, the Minister of Finance will be engaging in the business breakfast. On Sunday, the Minister of Energy, who is the chairperson of the ANC, will be engaging. And then the day after, the Minister of Small Business, Abrahams, will have a business breakfast. And then the Minister of ICT on the 20th, they will be here. So the program of PBF doesn't end today. We're having a business lounge for business to network among themselves. So this is going to be an exciting time for business to interact with the leaders of the movement.
I hear you touched on the issue of energy, and we know that Andre de Ruyter resigned yesterday. Is that something that you welcome? But also, how bad what has the impact been, I should say, on black business and the businesses in your forum as a result of the rolling blackouts?
Well, it's in the public domain, and we have heard from Black Business Council a number of businesses, and there's pronouncement from the Minister of Energy and a number of individuals in various sectors. As we all know that it's been a challenge, not only to business, but even to ordinary men and women.
All right, that's Sipombele. He's from the Progressive Business Forum, speaking about, the various programs kicking off tonight with the presidential gala dinner, various engagements with, the business fraternity, with the various leaders who are obviously occupying, government positions. But R1 million is what you get to sit next to President Cyril Ramaphosa tonight. Sipo is laughing. He seems to think it's not quite the question to ask. We all know that that ticket comes with the price, and plenty in store this evening when it comes to who's who in the business world that will be here, and the level and kinds of engagement given the challenges currently facing the country.
Ziyanda Ngobo, live, of course, tonight from that dinner. Thank you very much indeed. More coverage through the evening on News at Prime. More coverage, of course, of the start of the conference tomorrow morning.